Welcome back to It Resolves, where we play a new deck every single day. Today's deck is Reclamation Mill. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another standard gameplay video. Hope you guys are doing exceptionally well today. Hopefully having a good week, good day, I don't know, all the stuff. We do have a giveaway going on right now, guys, for Battle for Baldur's Gate. If you're interested in a free draft booster box, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you also take part in some of the other stuff we have got going on. You can subscribe on Instagram, Twitter, or forget the other one, Discord, all of which are for free, and they provide extra entries into the giveaway, so please do check that out. But today, we are trying out Reclamation Mill. This is a deck that I kind of had an idea for, and I looked up a number of different lists. I kind of wanted to streamline a version into just Simic. Now, I know we just played a Simic ramp deck yesterday, but I wanted to try something a little bit different here. And so what we're doing is taking advantage of the Splendid Reclamation card along with the new lands from Streets of New Capenna. Now, we saw a deck that utilized this, the green-white kind of life gain deck that we played just a couple days ago, in fact. However, this one is much more focused on the mill, very, very focused on the mill. In fact, we've got the Ruin Crab, which is really here to take advantage of the extra landfall triggers. We do have the Lotus Cobra as well, so we can hopefully ramp into some other stuff, but the idea being that we get to really capitalize on that Ruin Crab. We do have the full 4 for Maddening Cacophony and Tasha's Laughter, all of which are going to help mill the opponent out. I did include a couple of Leer. I'm just kind of trying this out. Not 100% sure on this whole deck, truthfully, but I did want to give this a shot and see what would happen. I do have Dryad's Revival in here as well, which is just a nice way to kind of bring stuff back. I expect people will have plenty of removal for the Ruin Crab, and so this gives us other opportunities to bring it back. I do have a couple of negates. I know it doesn't work with Leer out, however, certainly against like sweeper decks or removal, it'd be nice to have in the early turns of the game, so I'm hoping we can capitalize on that. And then I'm taking advantage of some card draw opportunities with Thirst for Discovery or Seagate Restoration. Thirst actually helps because if we discard a basic land, we can probably get it back with the Reclamation. Seagate Restoration gives us extra lands just in case, but it also allows us to, again, draw later on in the game. Theoretically, we should have quite a bit of mana between the Lotus Cobra and all these, so I'm hoping we can make this work. Again, I have no idea what this is going to look like. We're going to have a blast with it, though, guys. It's going to be a fun one. Let's see how it goes. All right, guys, here we are for game number 1. Now, this is certainly an interesting hand. I don't love it. Truthfully, I think we should probably send this one back. We just don't really do anything with that hand. Unfortunately, we don't really do anything with this one either, but we actually, I think, will keep this. As surprising as this is, I think this is actually a much better hand. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this one out. We'll go ahead and get a forest. Ooh, actually, that was a mistake. We should have thrown the forest back, not the other island. But that's okay. We will learn as we go. Let's see. What can we pull here? Forest, mountain, or plains. Awesome. Not what we need. But we do have the Seagate Restoration, I suppose, if we need to throw that out as a land. So that'll work out okay. Looks like Angels. Perfect. That's really good. Certainly don't love Angels to be up against Angels. However, we just milled quite a number of cards, actually, which is very nice. Let's see what they have got this turn. Eventually, we do have Leer here into another Tasha's Laughter, so like there is a chance we just kind of get him off of having double Laughter, but we really need to get something else here. We'll probably play the Courtyard next turn just to get a card out of the deck. And yeah, we'll go ahead and do that now. What's nice is we do have the incidental life gain with this as well. It's not like it's a ton of life by any means, but it does kind of negate some of the damage that we're taking. One attack here we've already negated thanks to 2 of these lands, which is fine. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it's pretty nice, actually. This also looks to be the mono-white version of the list, and I'm curious as to what removal they have, if any. They may not. I have no idea, but we'll see. Sigarda Splendor, certainly a scary card. But, I mean, I think we just throw the Leer out here. This does open up the Laughter play later on, which is phenomenal. They do gain a life, though. Or, excuse me, draw a card here thanks to that Sigarda Splendor, which is not ideal. And now this negate is negated. Jokes. Anyway. I'm trying to think what we would really like to draw here. probably just a Ruin Crab would be pretty good. We could drop that down, hit the Maestro's Theater, and then we'll see from there. I don't know. We could also just Seagate Restoration at that point, mill 3, and then Laughter. But we'll see what happens. Part of me is kind of happy they played the Sigarda Splendor just because it draws them extra cards. It's kind of fine by me. I don't know. We'll see. Worth noting, we're not that far away either from the Seagate Restoration, so there is a world where we just get to play that in the next couple turns, draw a couple cards, hopefully get somewhere with it. The opponent, not really sure what they're doing. They're using a timeout here. I'm curious to know if they disconnected or if they're just kind of considering options. Either way, totally cool. Guys, I do encourage you, if you have not already subscribed to the channel, it does enter you to win all future giveaways. So just as a quick heads up, we always do giveaways in the same structure where if you're subscribed to the channel, if you take part in the channel at all, you're immediately entered. So we try to make it easy for everybody to be a part of this and hopefully get some free stuff. It is a full draft booster box as well, so it's quite a bit if you're interested. And so I do encourage you to check it out. It'd be much appreciated, of course. Cool. We got a lot of cards there. But obviously, hopefully, more importantly, you enjoy the content that we've got going on here. Obviously, that's more important. I'm not attacking in because they could very easily have the Wandering Emperor, and I'm not super keen on losing to that. They also have Vanquished the Horde. Oh, okay, they gave up. We did it! Yeah, and we didn't even really use the landfall stuff, but all right, sick. Let's jump into our second game. What's up, guys? Before we jump into the next game, I just want to remind you, if you would like to pick up this month's Patreon rewards, feel free to do so at patreon.com/itresolves. All right, guys, here we are for our second game. And yeah, I mean, we definitely keep this. We've got a couple of mill spells and a Lotus Cobra, which should be quite helpful here. We'll see what we end up getting off early on in the turns here. We might end up losing this Lotus Cobra pretty quickly, which would not be ideal, but it does happen. So let's go ahead and do this and fetch up the forest here just so we can make sure we have that play available to us next turn. We could just Maddening Cacophony as well, but we'll see. All right, let's do this. I think we will try for the Lotus Cobra now. Looks like blue-white, so I'm curious to know what kind. Oh, Jeskai. Okay, this could very easily be the combo deck then, which is gonna be a little frustrating, but we got this. Definitely got this. All right, let's do this. We'll add blue. This is gonna sacrifice and get us another land here. I think I will get a blue source. We've got plenty of ways to get green. I think we're just gonna Laughter for some. Not a lot, but some. Wow, we got a lot of counter magic in there. All right, I am gonna attack in here. I don't think there's a reason not to. We did get an Arcane Bombardment as well. Oh, this is Arcane Bombardment. Well, this is gonna be frustrating. Very, very frustrating, but that's okay. We'll see what we can do. We might be able to get this Maddening Cacophony kicked next turn, which would be kind of sick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not quite, I guess. We'll see. Well, yeah, not quite, but that's okay. All right, cool. Never mind. They're just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Fair enough. Ooh. All right, well, that's actually very good. So let's go ahead and throw this out. Let's just go ahead and do this, I suppose. Just gonna mill another Arcane Bombardment and a Burn Down the House. Both very, very good hits. Let's get the green source, I suppose, here. It's gonna get another 3 cards. And I am gonna go ahead and mill 8. I know it's not like super crazy to mill 8 in this scenario, but we've gotten 3 of the Arcane Bombardments and a couple Burn Down the Houses taken care of at this point, so feeling okay about our position. We do need to draw into something, like a Leer would be great. Yeah, they're gonna rip apart the Ruin Crab, that's fine-ish. It's not great, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and do this. Not that we're really gonna get to do anything with it, unfortunately, but I do think we need to just go ahead and keep the lands flowing. And we'll just pass. Unfortunately, nothing to do with the mana. They definitely will be able to remove the Lotus Cobra. I can't imagine a world where they can't. Good news though, again, we've milled 3 bombardments at this point, so if we can get one more, if they've got one more in the deck, we can get rid of it and hopefully be good to go. Them drawing 2 cards is pretty dangerous as well. So I'll take it. They get rid of the Lotus Cobra, sure, but that's not really our game plan anyway right now. They go ahead and foretell a card. Okay. I mean, pretty easy play. We just Tasha's Laughter. Down to 16 cards. Did we get another bombardment? I don't think so. All right. Here we go. I am definitely holding the Seagate Restoration here. In case we get a Ruin Crab, I'd rather get that down when we can really take advantage of it. So this is fine. Them digging further into the deck is really good for us. So, yeah. Mill 8. They have got 5 cards left in the deck, so they are really gonna have to do something here. Honestly, I'd be happy with any mill spell at this point. Even just a Ruin Crab would be quite good. There's the bombardment. Yeah. But thankfully, this could come back to bite them. So one important factor here is that they have got things that draw cards, like Big Score in their graveyard. They have to be a little careful about playing these things because, yeah, so if they do this and they hit Big Score, it's kind of fine. Okay, cool. I'm very glad for the life gain, the incidental life gain at this point. They've got 3 cards left. We have to be so careful here. I'm really hoping we can do this. Sure. Let's see if they actually play anything. They do not. We just take the Maddening Cacophony and hope they can't counter it. And that's it. If we get this, we win. If they don't counter. But they can counter the Dryad's Revival, and we can still get it back next turn, so they're gonna scry one. Okay. They put it on the top, and then they just milled themselves. Did we do it? That was awesome. I think we did it. Dryad's Revival was clutch right there. That was so sick. There it is. Yes. Okay, we're 2 for 2, guys. Let's see if we can go for a 3rd win with this deck. Oh, and hey, look, we ranked up. We're in platinum now, guys. Heck yeah. Let's see what we can do. All right, everybody. Here we are for our 3rd game. Probably going to be our last, maybe. We'll see how long it lasts. This is a pretty easy keep, I think. We could actually lead with the basics here. Since we've got a Lotus Cobra, we can take advantage of the Broker's Hideout later on. Looks like white-green, so potentially the runes deck, which is definitely going to be frustrating. But that's fine. All right, let's do this. I will try for the Lotus Cobra. I don't think it's likely to stick around, but we'll see. Let's see, can we get... Yeah, that'll give us an island, which we definitely need. That's actually good. That's one less card we have to mill. So I will take it. Kind of interested to see how this ends up going. I assume they just throw it on the ass for it and attack? Sure. No blocks for me. You got it. All right, let's do this. Go ahead and add blue. We'll get a second blue source here. Doesn't matter too much what we add, and then we'll just Tasha's Laughter for quite a bit. 15. Yeah. Okay, so this is the Landfall deck. That's funny. This is a Landfall deck. So they're actually looking to do a very similar thing that we are, though they are less reliant, it looks like, on these new lands and much more reliant on just having, you know, some good stuff in the background. I'm just gonna take the damage again. Interesting. Okay. So we do this. This will add blue. Go ahead and fetch that up. This will add just another blue, that's fine. And then we'll just mill them for 8 here. There we go. We're hitting a lot of their big stuff, but they are going to be able to start attacking in with these topiary stompers very soon, potentially this turn. So we're not out of the woods here. We're definitely in some trouble. Good news is, yep, they can attack. I'm assuming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh, 6. Do they have another land? No, they don't. Well, that's fascinating. I think we just let it in then. As much as I don't want to, I think we kind of have to. Yeah. Let's do this. We'll add blue. Do it again. We'll add blue again. And, I mean, pretty straightforward. We just mill as much as we can and hope we don't die. Worth noting, they did not play a land from their hand last turn. They did play it off of the Topiary Stomper, but there is the land, which unfortunately I think just means we're dead. There's not much we can do about that. Yeah. So they just get to attack him for a crap ton. I'll block here, but we are definitely dead. And they have a Wandering Emperor. We'll go ahead and counter that just for the fun of it. All right, well. Good game, opponent. We were not super far off. 15 cards. That was pretty good. You know what? That was a quick one though. Let's go for game 4. All right, guys. Here we are for game number 4. Definitely going to be our last game, but this is a great start. Actually, we've got a very heavy mill hand. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this Ruin Crab out. Kind of like to see the Lair of the Hydra as well. Oh. All right. Yay. I don't know what happened, but we got the win. We're going to go for a game 5 because that doesn't really count. All right, guys, here we are for our 5th game. And yeah, I mean, I guess we keep, I don't love it, but we do have a turn 1 Ruin Crab with these two. So like chances are this is going to work out okay as long as the Ruin Crab sticks around. The only thing I can imagine in that last game is that the opponent really hates Mill. Which makes a lot of sense. I get Mill is a very polarizing deck, to say the least, and so if Mill is not your thing, I'm very sorry that you didn't enjoy today's video, but it's worked out relatively well. I'm not going to count that last game. I mean, it counts towards the win total, I guess, but like the reality is we didn't actually play a game, so that's not super fair. But we still have won the majority of these games, which is pretty awesome. Even if you don't count that one, we're still up, so I'm happy with that. We'll see. Okay, Epicure is pretty good. Definitely gonna go this route to get that second island. I think that's relatively important here. Tenacious Underdog, huh? Okay, so this is the Rakdos Blitz deck. It's gonna be a scary one, no doubt. But hopefully they can't just like annihilate us here. If we draw any basic land, we can actually just Tasha's Hideous Laughter to get some cards out of the deck here. They're already down to 45. We're at 51. We'll see. I would love to get a Splendid Reclamation, especially with this hand where we've got 3 of these lands. That adds up very quickly. Unfortunately, they're probably just going to kill the Ruin Crab here, which is not ideal, but it's just the reality of it. Sure. At least they had to sacrifice their blood token to do it. That's actually kind of nice. Interesting. Okay. I mean, the play is very clear. We can't really do anything else. We just have to throw this out, gain the life back, which is nice that we're kind of mitigating the damage from this Epicure. But I think next turn we're just going to start popping off with these Hideous Laughters. We do have the Thirst for Discovery, so there is a possibility that we, you know, need to draw into something. But as long as we've got the mill spells in hand, I feel like we're okay. Especially against this deck where they're really not playing very expensive things. But we'll see. There's the Blood Tithe Harvester, sure. So basically this is just a race. I like that. All right, let's go ahead and Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Let's see how many cards we get. Wow, 17. All right, sick. That's really good. And then we'll go ahead, gain another life back, so we're still at 20, which is pretty amazing. And now, you know, yeah, we're going to take a pretty reasonable hit here, but we've dealt with quite a number of cards from the opponent's side. They've only got 26 left, We've got a backup Tasha's Laughter plus Dryad's Revival. I like to think we're in an okay position. There's the Reclamation. So what we could do is a Revival into Ruin Crab, but that seems very unsafe. I think I'd just much rather go for the let's kill him quickly play. They've got 6 cards left in their deck. Okay. This is a bit of a glass cannon deck, to be clear. You're really just hoping to get lucky most of the time, but I think that's relatively common with mill decks anyway, I think. So basically what we would love to get is any land here, but in particular one of the new street lands. And then what wow, they're actually gonna draw a card. Wow. That's interesting. So basically what we'd be able to do at that point is Dryad's Revival into Ruin Crab into the land, which would hopefully mill them for enough to win the game on the spot, which unfortunately is not the case. Let's think through some options here. We could certainly just Thirst. I kind of want to go for the cool play. The safe play, I guess, is the Laughter, though, right? Yeah. Sorry if you hear a dog scratching, by the way. A dog is scratching, in case you weren't sure. They are dead next turn, then? But, I mean, I can't imagine they can deal with this. If they have a Duress, I guess they get it. Or if they can deal 9 damage. They can deal 4, 5, 6, 7 pretty easily, and then maybe have like a Play with Fire and a land. That would do it. I think Tasha's Laughter is definitely the safest play. We could have gone the Ruin Crab play, but I mean, this is a deck full of removal. It seems like that's the bad play. And it wasn't gaining us a turn in the grand scheme of things. So like we were gonna lose, or we weren't gonna win any faster by going that route. So if we had had a land in hand, that would have been more tempting, but I still think this would have been the safer play. Opponent really thinking they might just be pissed off too. Not uncommon with this deck. Yeah. If we win this, I'm gonna be amazed. Okay. Makes it even easier. Okay. I'm trying to think what they could have, and I don't think they can deal 9 this turn. Yeah. Alright, they're gonna deal 4. That's fine. But they got 2 cards left in the deck, and we got a Laughter, so... They might just be drawing this out. I mean... Okay. Okay, yeah. That's kind of cool. But that... I'm like so curious because they're piecing together a lot of things here, but I don't think it's enough. Yep. Get 2 cards, and I guess we'll throw a land out, and we win! All right! Technically 3, maybe 4, depending on how you look at it, but let's talk about this deck. Really quick, guys, if you hear a lawnmower in the background too, it's because they're doing yard work right now. All right, so this went surprisingly well. This was a deck really born out of just a silly little combo that I thought would be really fun to throw into a mill deck. I thought I'd take what I learned from the other deck and try it here. It worked pretty well. We got technically 4 wins. I would count maybe 3 of them, but only 1 loss, which is pretty amazing. And truthfully, I think this is a lot more of a luck game than a lot of other decks will ever be because it is a mill deck. But it does have a lot of the pieces that I think you need to make that game or build up that the win percentage. So I'm not saying this is competitively viable by any means, but it is really fun if you like mill. So highly recommend trying this one out, guys. It's an absolute blast. I do appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. Please don't forget. I would love to give that box to you if you're watching. Thank you so much for being a part of our community, guys. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.